My Mabel waits for me underneath the clear blue sky, where the dog sits on the Tuckerbox, 5 miles from Gundagai. I meet her every day and I know she...
I've done my share of shearing sheep, of droving and all of that, and bogged a bullock team as well on a Murrumbidgee flat. I've seen the bullock stretch and strain and blink his bleary eye, and the dog sit on the Tuckerbox, 9 miles from Gundagai. I've been jittered, jarred and crossed in love and sandbagged in the dark, till if a mountain fell on me I'd treat it as a lark. It's when you've got your bullocks bogged that it's time you flog and cry, and the dog sits on the Tuckerbox, 9 miles from Gundagai. We've all got our little troubles in life's hard thorny way. Some strike them in a motor car and others in a dray. But when your dog and bullock strike, it ain't no apple pie. And the dog sat on the Tuckerbox, 9 miles from Gundagai. But that's all past and dead and gone, and I've sold the team for meat. And perhaps someday, where I was bogged, there'll be an asphalt street. The dog, well, he got a bait and thought he'd like to die, so I buried him in the Tuckerbox, 9 miles from Gundagai.
There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundagai, where the blue gums are growing and the Murrumbidgee's flowing beneath the sunny sky, where my daddy and mother are waiting for me, and the pals of my childhood once more I will see. Then no more will I roam when I'm heading right for home along the road to Gundagai. There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundagai, where the blue gums are growing and the Murrumbidgee's flowing beneath the sunny sky, where my daddy and mother are waiting for me, and the pals of my childhood once more I will see. Then no more will I roam when I'm heading right for home along the road to Gundagai. There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundagai, where the blue gums are growing and the Murrumbidgee's flowing beneath that sunny sky, where my daddy and mother are waiting for me, and the pals of my childhood once more I will see. Then no more will I roam when I'm heading right for home along the road to Gundagai. My Mabel waits for me underneath the clear blue sky, where the dog sits on the Tuckerbox, 5 miles from Gundagai. I meet her every day and I know she's dinky-eyed, where the dog sits on the Tuckerbox, 5 miles from Gundagai. I think she's bonza and she reckons I'm good, eh? She is such a trimmer that I've entered her in the royal show. My Mabel waits for me underneath the clear blue sky, where the dog sits on the Tuckerbox, 5 miles from Gundagai. Hi, Mabel waits for me underneath the clear blue sky, where the dog sits on the Tuckerbox 5 miles from Gundagai. I meet her every day and I know she's dinky die, where the dog sits on the Tuckerbox 5 miles from Gundagai. I think she's bonza. I'm used to punching bullock teams across the hills and plains. I teamed out back for 40 years in blaze and drought and rain. I've had me share of trouble, boys, but hang me till I die. I'll never forget what happened to me 5 miles from Gundagai. It was raining hard, the team got bogged, the axle snapped in two. I'd lost me matches in me pipe, Lord, what was I to do? The rain came down, 'twas bitter cold, and hungry too was I. And the dog he shat in the Tuckerbox 5 miles from Gundagai. Some blokes I know have lots of luck, no matter where they fall. But there was I, Lord love a duck, no flamin' luck at all. I couldn't make a pot of tea or keep me trousers dry, and the dog he shat in me Tuckerbox 5 miles from Gundagai. I can forgive the dark and the cold, and I can forgive the rain. I can forgive me flamin' team and go through it again. I can forgive me rotten luck, but hang me till I die. I can't forgive that bloody dog 5 miles from Gundagai. All that now is past and gone, I sold the team for meat. And where I got the bullocks bogged, now there's an asphalt street. The dog, oh well, he took a bait, and I reckon that he died. So I buried him in the Tuckerbox 5 miles from Gundagai. Yes, all that now is past and gone, and things are looking sweet. Now I drive a Big Mac truck, in fact I own a fleet. I churn out lots of diesel fumes, turn people's faces sour, and drive through bloody Gundagai at 90 miles an hour.